about a city with financial disarray, also a police department with no police, and a mayor who's told she's not fit for the job.
A fight breaking out at a Mabton restaurant between Mabton Mayor Rachel Ruelas, her son and her husband, and Ruben Olivares and his wife, lasting for several minutes and continuing out into the parking lot.
Yes, this is a mayor in a fight. We have another chaotic mayor situation here. Mabton, Washington, a small town bursting with drama, is on a full-on crisis mode, and at the center of it all is Mayor Rachel Ruelas.
The mayor hung up on me Monday when I tried to ask her about the theft, ignored follow-up calls, and failed to return a message I left at City Hall when I was told she wasn't in. So I tried again to talk to her after the meeting.
Hi, my name's Emily. I tried to talk to you on the phone the other day. I was wondering if I could talk to you about what's happening with the city.
Financial mismanagement, missing police, and complete chaos. So let's set the scene here. Mabton is a small town in Washington with a lot of problems. Its police department is non-existent. The city's finances is in complete shambles. Rachel Ruelas' leadership, or lack thereof, has become a lightning rod for a lot of criticism, especially from the residents. From failing to adopt a city budget on time to accusations of promoting her personal business on the city's website, the list of complaints against her is longer than a CVS receipt, and the residents want her gone.
The truth is that you're not fit for this job.
Take a good look at her, laughing. Yup, everybody sees right through you.
You're just ruining Mabton. Even when people are crying and pleading to have her step down, she won't do it because she don't give a shit about the city.
Things started to unravel earlier this year when Mabton's deputy city clerk, Juliana Morales, was arrested for staging a fake robbery. Check this out. Authorities allege that she stole $22,000 in city funds and tried to cover it up with a phony story involving a masked assailant.
Are you serious?
According to court documents, 26-year-old Juliana Morales told authorities she left City Hall to go to the bank last Monday, deposit bag in hand, and was getting into her car in the parking lot near City Hall when a masked man approached and told her to give him everything. According to court documents, it took Morales a half hour to call 911, and when an officer asked why, she said she was too shook up to call.
It sounds like a lie to me.
However, the co-worker told police in court documents the whole situation was suspicious. There was enough evidence to arrest Morales on suspicion of first-degree theft. She was arrested Friday and appeared in court Monday.
Instead of addressing the scandal head-on, Mayor Morales dodged reporters, hung up on phone calls, and left everyone, including her own city council, in the dark. Imagine running a city like it's a game of hide and seek. The audacity is almost impressive. You've got scandals brewing, critics circling, and your solution is to play Catch Me If You Can. What's next? A scavenger hunt for the city's budget? If this was a sitcom, we'll be laughing, but unfortunately this is real life and the joke is on Mabton. Let's talk finances. The city budget situation is a complete mess. Morales missed multiple deadlines to present a preliminary budget, forcing the city council to scramble and adopt a last-minute plan to avoid operating illegally. Council members claim that they've been voting blindly on issues due to a lack of information. Agendas arrive late, and the excuse is always the same. The computer is down. Sounds like the kind of excuse you give for skipping a homework assignment but not running a city.
Rather than city business being discussed, several arguments broke out about the mayor's lack of setting a city budget and a refusal to answer questions about a city employee who was just arrested on suspicion of setting up a fake robbery and stealing $22,000 from the city.
Mayor Morales argues that it's the city's responsibility to adopt a budget, not hers. The council, on the other hand, says they can't adopt what doesn't exist. This blame game has left the city teetering on the edge of financial disaster. It's always the same problem in dysfunctional governments. Both sides refuse to work together, and the city ends up as collateral damage. Honestly, at this point, it's like watching two toddlers argue over who broke the toy, except the toy is an entire city, and no one is willing to clean up the mess. If you thought the city budget crisis was bad, wait till you hear about the police department. Mabton doesn't have a police department. The city's only remaining officer, Ryan Sullivan, quit after refusing to give the mayor unsupervised access to the police department building. Why does she need unsupervised access to the police department building? Apparently, Mayor Morales wanted to change the locks, a move that raised serious security concerns given her ongoing investigations.
Well, the city of Mabton's only remaining police officer turned in his resignation on Monday after refusing to give the mayor unsupervised access to the police department building.
Chief Eduardo Garcia Garcia says he was on the phone with Officer Sullivan on Monday morning when the mayor, with a locksmith in tow, demanded unsupervised access to the police building, which she isn't authorized to do. She's continued to make decisions without thinking of the consequences.
She had a tough time controlling her emotions. I know, in some city council settings, I believe the public got to witness it firsthand of how she loses her temper quickly.
You don't tell me you, Maria.
A lot of the employees there would fear her, and nobody would tell her that simply because of the fear factor.
And here's where things get completely ridiculous. Mabton, with a population of just over 2,000, doesn't even have a functioning police department. So imagine that, an entire town with no cops. Low priority crimes are pretty much ignored, and residents are left to fend for themselves. It's as if the city's leadership just shrugged and said, you know what, guys? Good luck out there.
You got this, big guy.
Without local law enforcement, the city has been relying on the already stretched thin Yakima County Sheriff's Office for emergency calls, which is terrifying for community already struggling with safety issues. So let's get into this crazy brawl you saw in the beginning of the video. According to reports, Morales and her family got into a physical altercation at a local restaurant with Ruben Olivares, the man leading the petition to recall her.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You too, you little bitch! Come on! Let him have it on video! Let's roll! Let's roll, motherfucker! Let's roll! The fuck? What are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do? Cálmese, cabrón! Watch out! Get back! I'll take care of this. Come on!
I'm recording it.
We're fast! Let's do it!
He pushed you first. I have it on video. I have it on video. He pushed you first. I have it on video. He pushed you. He's a
Olivares and his wife ending up at the ER at Prosser Memorial Hospital. Olivares with an abrasion on his knee, strained ankle and bruising, and his wife with a scrape to her arm.
They have since filed restraining orders against Morales and her family, and Mayor Morales fired back with her own petition for protection. And to make matters worse, when Olivares' grandson called 911, no one showed up. That's right, no police, no deputies, nothing. The sheriff's office later explained that since it wasn't an active crime scene, it didn't warrant a response.
Sullivan says when an officer is on call but not on duty, they evaluate the emergence of calls on a case-by-case basis to determine if they need to respond immediately.
This can be, if it's non-emergency, like if it's not, an active assault going on at that time.
Seriously, what's the point of calling 911 if no one's coming? There's no surprise that the city council has had enough of this nonsense. During a recent meeting, members openly called for Morales to resign, to quit, citing incompetence and the violations of her oath of office. Even her own mother, who serves on the council, had to step in to try to defend her.
Councilmember Diana Castaneda, who was also the mayor's mother, called out those who spoke against her daughter by name.
Why didn't you guys run for mayor? Laura, why didn't you run? Nobody wanted you. Why didn't
She
you
cheated.
Why didn't you run? Why did you not
violated the oath when she ran for mayor.
You
don't have the right to put me out in a council meeting, Diana. That's a lawsuit.
When your mom's the only one in your corner, things aren't looking that good. The council has also filed multiple recall petitions accusing Morales of dereliction of duty and misuse of city resources. Morales, of course, is fighting back, claiming that the petitions are invalid because they're filed by council members instead of individual voters.
Your mayor is not listening to you, and nothing is going to happen until the people of Mabton decide no more and demand the answers that she owes you.
Petitioners counter that council members are legal voters and meet that requirement.
You simply have to be a registered voter of the district in which you're recalling the officer.
It's a legal tug-of-war that's just adding to this chaos. Mabton's situation highlights the dangers of poor leadership and unchecked power when a city's mayor can't be trusted to manage the finances, maintain a police force, or even keep her composure in public. The entire community suffers. Residents are left without basic services, and the town becomes a punchline for late-night jokes and videos like this. For Mabton, the path forward is uncertain. The city needs strong, transparent leadership to pull itself out of its mess, whether that means Morales stepping down or facing a successful recall. Something has to give. In the meantime, the residents are left navigating a chaotic, dysfunctional system that's failing them at every turn. For Mayor Morales, she's clinging to her position, but the clock is ticking. The state Supreme Court is reviewing the recall petitions, and if they can move forward, her fate will be in the hands of the voters. So one thing's for sure, Mabton's story isn't over, and it's going to be one heck of a ride. So we'll see what happens. Mabton remains a city in limbo, but we'll see what happens to the mayor and the city council. But what do you guys think about this story? Let me know. Put in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.